watching this video. It is on the channel Ryan Wassel, and it may have a lot of camera malfunctions. Please note that. Hey guys, welcome back to Ryan Wassel. If you have been watching, this will be my third video back, and today we are, as promised, we are going to do the war, but also maybe if I get a chance, we can do the Tatooine MOC. So overall, I think my rating on the war is pretty decent. I mean, it has a lot of action, of course, as any war would. A couple of main minifigures, such as Darth Vader, Captain Phasma, a Flame Trooper, and a random drunken Stormtrooper. So, let's get started here. First up, you can never miss it because it is so large, and if you know what I'm talking about, it's the AT-AT. We have two troopers going in to siege the rebels right here. That's a perfect distraction for the rebels to siege the AT-AT. Now, the AT-AT has high armor, or high protective armor, so it's probably not going to get penetrated too well, unless if they get into the inside. But anyway, a rebel has not made it quite well, though. Anyway, and then the next part we're going to review is the reinforcements task force for the Empire, Republic, and First Order, aka the phases of the Empire. That's why I put them all together, and then the Resistance and the Rebels are over here, plus a couple of droids, because, I mean, you can't have the Republic without the droids. Anyway, so the First Order transporter is being driven, and then once it gets to a certain spot, it will place more troops out of the extraordinanza of troops they already have already, to continue to siege the rebels. Now, then we also have that drunken stormtrooper I was talking about. He's manning the guns. And then we have a snowtrooper blockade. Then we have a stormtrooper speeder bike, a microfighter AT-AT underneath the actual AT-AT, and concluding the reinforcements, we have a Geonosians walker. Sorry about that, guys. Then we have not so big of a rebels task force to defeat all these troopers, but if you have good eyesight and you're not blind, then you could probably see that you can find a couple of customs around here that I have already reviewed, and a couple of customs I will review. So, excuse me. Sorry about that, guys. Moving on, we have a speeder bike. These are the vehicles for the Rebel Alliance. The speeder bike and the X-Wing. Not nearly as much as the Imperial Navy, which I will go over next video maybe about this. And it's being sieged by the rebels right now. That's why they have such a small task force at the moment. They're trying to take down the Imperial Navy so they won't get reinforced and then completely wipe out the rebellion. So that's basically the story of it. Then we have a customly painted trooper, General Veers, Snow Trooper, and so on and so forth. Now, for now, we're going to move on to our Tatooine course, which I will set up. Alright, oops, that's too loud, never mind. So I'm going to show you around. We have, this is basically the Jakku Tatooine place, but I'm just going to keep it as Tatooine, because Jedha and Jakku are really just rip-offs of Tatooine. And speaking of Jedha, I have one comment to say, or two actually, about Rogue One before we review this Tatooine. And speaking of Tatooine, Jedha and Jakku, like I said, are complete rip-offs. I think they should just add more mystery to Tatooine by keeping maybe a war there, like the War of Jakku, like the Battle of Jakku. Or maybe even in the new movie where you figure about Jedi holocrons to power the new Death Star. That could possibly be a factor on Tatooine to make it even more mysterious than just, oh, there's smugglers there and they just fly things and that's it. No, there has to be more story to Tatooine. I don't get why they could do that. I don't get why they can't do that. I mean, just making up new planets for no apparent reason. 3 desert planets? I don't think that's quite going to happen, but I think they should really all add it on Tatooine. And then, and speaking of this Rogue One, they're taking the 2 only characters that have been in every single movie, C-3PO and R2-D2, and not including them in this movie, which makes me mad. Because they're the only 2, like I said. There needs to be something in a saga where there's at least one character in every single movie. I mean, I'm getting these conclusions based off the trailer and some videos I watched, but I mean, that's just idiotic, because I mean, they just take it away from the Star Wars fans who love C-3PO and R2-D2. So, which I think is stupid of Disney. First they kill Han Solo, which is a major factor. Probably going to kill Princess Leia in the next movie, not Rogue One, but, you know, the movie after in 2017. And now they take out C-3PO and R2-D2. What's next? Chewbacca's going to fall in a hole? Anyway, off that, I'm getting way off task. We're going to review first the Sand Trooper encounter, which I may end up putting on Lego Ideas. Please post in the comments what you think about that, so I could consider. My friend said, well, this looks like an actual set, and I said, really? Thank you. Well, anyway, so we have a Sand Trooper from the Katina running against this Tusken outpost, where he stole a bunch of stuff, including a crystal, a Wookiee cookie, a silver coin, and a droid. So, really, there's nothing much to it, but that's just how it is on Tatooine. Not too much to it, because idiots making Star Wars, Disney, have to ruin that. Now, if I get sued by Disney, oh well. But I'm just expressing my thoughts here. Everyone has different thoughts on Star Wars. Some people haven't even watched that, and then they still say it's horrible because they haven't even watched it, which I think is outrageous. Because I mean, if you try something that you thought you wouldn't like food-wise, you could still end up liking it. And anyway, I'm still getting off track here. Then we have that custom dewback rider I have showed you. A nerd surfing for internet on his radio. Like, literally surfing. An Inquisitor sitting here for no apparent reason. We have 3 different Jawas in this section. We have one exploring the crashed Star Destroyer. We have one taking down a droid inside of a pod. Doesn't that look interesting? And then we have just one standing here waiting for his buddies to re-cooperate with him. And, okay, so now we're going to move over to the Katina for a second. We have Han Solo in there sitting, waiting for Ben Kenobi over here to walk over and sit with him and then talk to him about the Falcon. We have a really long bar line, including a cowboy, a Biff, a smuggler, an Imperial officer, and just a random guy. The bartender is a bartender. We have Patrick looking over, saying if he wants to get another drink. A Sand Trooper inspecting Luke and C-3PO, random droid, and R2-D2. Then we have what my friend and I call a mistake droid back over here. Now, a mistake droid is obviously a mistake. He is an astromech head with a droid body, droid arms, and droid legs, and then they all just look different, making him look stupid. But he is a mistake droid, so he's supposed to look stupid. Then we have Ray's speeder. Hint, hint. Ray doesn't have her actual face. I just won't undercover it because I put it on an Imperial officer lady because I didn't feel like being sexist. So, then we have a Sandcrawler, IG-88, and, yeah, so that pretty much clears out the Tatooine and the war. I will go over them in smaller detail by detail in other videos, but this is an overview and what to expect maybe for future videos. Well, thank you for watching if you watched. Please subscribe to this channel if you liked it. Tell me your thoughts in the description if you didn't. And go into the wild world. Oh, and subscribe please.